Let's see if I remember how to do this. Hello everyone and welcome to session 48 of the Little Wolf Knits podcast. I am Brianna and I am the dyer, designer, and human behind the Little Wolf Knits and this YouTube channel, and it is so great to be back with you today. It is July 1st and it has been 2 weeks since we last spoke, and I have taken a little bit of time off. Not from knitting, just from videos, and I have done a lot of knitting and making in the last week and a half, and I cannot wait to show you all of the things. There aren't too many things I finished, but like I said, I've been working on a lot of things. I'm wearing something new. We've been having lots of fun life stuff, so if you want to see what I've been up to, grab a cup of something, grab a make, and settle in, because we have a little bit to chat about today. Let's start first with what I'm wearing, because this is something that y'all have seen finished, but you've not seen on me. This is it's a new design. It is not out yet. It is in testing. It is called the Third Ave Tee. And from the front, it looks like a super basic, simple, store-bought t-shirt. But from the back, we have this really cute cross-back detail. And I just love it. I love it so much. Can y'all see? I think you can see. But it is so good, and this is in my strawberry milk colorway on Sunfish. And I feel like it's just this whole feminine vibe. It's like light. It reminds me of like a ballerina. I think I said last time, the swoop in the back, the color, it's perfect. I love it. I need to take pictures of it because I keep wearing it and I don't have finished objects photos yet. So I might be doing that today just to be safe, because I don't think I'm going to stop wearing it. I don't think I'm going to stop wearing it. That's all I have to say about that. Let's touch on admin things, because there are just a few things to remind you of since it's been a few weeks. The Hot Stitch Summer Mal is still going strong and steady. I don't know what week we're on. I would be lying if I tried to make something up. But the Mal runs through August 6th, which means we have another 5 or so weeks to jump in, to join, to make your summer knits, to win prizes, all of the fun things. Again, make sure you're following along with myself, the Little Wolf Knits, and Knitting Tipsy on Instagram to stay up to date, to win prizes, to join in on all of the fun. And a reminder that we have a Discord channel link down below and in the Instagram bio, where you can join and just chat about what you're making on, share whip photos and FO projects, and share inspiration and chat with each other about all of your summer makes. Super chill, super low-key group, and it is so much fun. It is also July 1st, which means we have a new thing to add to our admin list. If the idea of a Discord sounds super fun to you and you're just looking for a little bit more fiber making community, and maybe you don't have those folks in person where you live, or you don't have a local yarn store, or you're just looking for something a little bit more low-key, the Wolf Pack is heading into quarter 3 for the 2024 year, which means you can join us where we have a 24/7 Discord channel server with lots of different fun channels. We do Zoom knit nights, we do book clubs, we do make-alongs, we sometimes do fun collaborative events with our friends like Chelsea of Knitting Tipsy, and genuinely like just support each other, hang out. Last year we had a retreat in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and we will likely do that again this year, like this coming year, 2025, and it's such a great group of people. I love all of them so much. So if you're interested, feel free to pop on over to the shop, join. It is a quarterly subscription, but the lowest tier is just $5 a month. So you can join, see how you like it. And then depending on what tier you're in, there are some fun extras like getting to dye exclusive colorways with me, getting discounts on yarn every single month, lots of fun things like that. Any other admin things happening? The C Street tank released. That's what happened in our last video, which is very fun and exciting. And we have another pattern that is coming, not this week, but next week. Is that right? July 10th. The thick beachcomber flares, super cute, adorable, DK weight flared yoga pants basically. And oh, I cannot wait for you to see these tester photos. So if you're not following me on Instagram, again, make sure to head on over there. Get ready because the pattern will drop. Make sure you're on my newsletter if you like saving money and being the first to know about things. And I think that's all I have to say for now. And I'll talk a little bit more about some things that are in the shop or coming to the shop later. Let's jump into finished objects because I don't have that many finished objects. I'll be honest, I don't have any knitting finished objects, but I do have some spinning finished objects. So let's talk about those. I have finished something that has taken me too long to finish. This should have been a 3-week project and here we are, but boy, is it amazing. So I finished a wheel spin. I haven't done any of the specs on it yet. It is washed and thwacked. And it's looking like it's a solid fingering weight. Looks like a solid fingering weight, if you can see. But this is my Atomic Fiber Studios. I'm calling it, it's a skein. It's all one skein here, but it is about 8 ounces of fiber. So it is a fair amount of yarn. Again, I haven't done specs, I haven't done yardage, but this is a little over 2 skeins, more like 2.5 skeins, and look at it. So this is a 2-ply, woolen spun 2-ply, and I applied Wild Pumpkin with Fall is Here, and they were both non-superwash Corriedale. And look at, they both had this like hot pink that ran through it, right? But look at this skein. The pinks, the purples, the oranges, the greens, the browns. This is just like so amazing. And also, am I in my pink era? I think I'm in my pink era. Like first this, when you look at my whips, 1, 2, 3, 3 out of 5 are pink. Like this, everything's pink. I don't know what's happening. But I think I'm in my pink era. But look at this skein. I'm so excited. This might become another Third Ave Tee, or I don't know what it's going to become. I guess I need to do the specs and see for sure. But it's so good. And I'm so happy with how it came out. And then while I was plying this, because I finished the second braid and plied it since you've seen me last, there was a little bit left over on a bobbin, on one of the bobbins. And I had a little bit left over of another Bramble Ridge colorway. I think it was Scruff. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to clear these bobbins and ply these up and make a little mini skein. So that's what we have here. Super fun. Again, like a lot of the hot pinks, but then toned down with some of the browns and olives and like icy blues. And it's just a fun little mini skein. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I have several of these that I feel like I'm just clearing off bobbins, but it looks like a fingering weight. I don't know yardage or anything, but maybe I will save all of these and make little decorations or something with those. But I have so much spinning. I am a spinning fiend, and I will not apologize because I love it so much. But those are all of the things that I finished. It was a fair amount of work, but I have not finished any knitting or crochet. I'm not working on any crochet in this moment. So let's just jump into works in projects, works in progress. Whoa, it's been a while since I've podcasted. works in progress and what I've been knitting on and spinning on the last 2 weeks. First, let's start with the one that you have seen for the longest amount of time. I think you've seen the other one. I'm not sure. But I have in my Black Pearl Magic Converse bag, which is so bright and summery and fun, a design that is an October design. Remember, I accidentally worked ahead and I didn't realize it. And this is my peanut butter chocolate Flava on my catamaran base, which is very fun. And I am 1.5 skeins in, and I have 1.5 skeins left. So I should be great on yardage. But you'll see nothing is attached right now because I actually did a lot of knitting before we went on vacation, and I finished the body of this sweater. What I think I'm calling this my East Street sweater. And look at the funky pooling. Okay, this has been in a bag for about 2 weeks because I finished this when we went on vacation, the day we left for vacation. But it is a, let's see, can I put it over this top? Top down, drop shoulder, sort of boxy sweater design. And it's gonna have a cool sleeve detail. Okay, this is interesting to layer knits. Okay, it's not gonna fit that well, but ooh, you get the idea. You get the idea. Has really fun, cool pooling. And again, the sleeve comes to about here. There's going to be a really fun long sleeve detail that I'm going to be picking up and working on over the next week. I actually plan to pick this up today. Yeah, I just love it. I love the ribbing. I love the pooling. I love everything about it. And I am very excited to have this one to wear for fall. I love the catamaran base. I feel like I've really been enjoying that. And like I said, I'm going to pick up one sleeve and work on that. They will be fairly short because it is a drop shoulder design. Yeah, and potentially, depending on how that sleeve goes, I could get this into testing before the second sleeve is even done. So maybe I will do that and then work on the other sleeve. Potentially before I go away next week. There's a lot of stuff happening in my life, so I'm trying to plan and figure it all out. But this one will be going into testing soon, like I said, August, September, and this will come out in the beginning of October. So that will be really fun. I have another width that, if you've seen this, I think you have, looks quite different from when you saw it last. It is in my Songbird handmade bag, and inside it, it is also not connected to any yarn. What a fun spot to be in. Let's put my needle in here, and this is my Pico De Gallo colorway. People have been loving this, which is really fun. It's like this pinky reds, purples, and fun pops of greens and browns, mostly greens. But it is really fun. I'm loving it. And this was my main focus. I was just on vacation this last week. You'll hear more about it later if you would like. This was my main focus for vacation. And the cool thing about this that I didn't really realize until I was fully working on it is that it's almost completely worked flat, which I don't do too much of, but it's almost like a cardigan, right? In the way that it's worked. So you sort of start the back. The construction is pretty cool on this. You start the back, do just a little bit, short row shaping, just a little there. Come pick up the front, join it, do the entire front panel. Then you head over to the back again, and you work one side of the back, and then you work the other side of the back, and you're doing some cool shaping. And then when you join in the underarm, it's like a cardigan, but backwards. So you're actually working flat. So this is the front of the top. It's a cute tank top. I just added the neckband today, so it still needs to block, but it's a really fun sideways 1x1 rib, which I've been loving on my designs lately. Very fun and very cool. So that'll block out. And I still need to do the armholes, which I will pick up for today. And then the back of this has some cute shaping here. I don't know if you can see just these little ties that you tie in the back and have an entire open back. And it is so much fun. It was so quick and so easy to make. And there will be 2 sleeve options on this one. So one will be this like tank top sort of sleeveless, and the other will have long sleeves. So it'll be perfect for September release, where you can still wear a tank top if you're in a warmer climate, or maybe you're starting to think ahead for fall and you want to add sleeves on. But this sample is going to be sleeveless, which means I need to start another sample that's going to have sleeves. And I know what colorway I'm doing it in, so I have to dye that actually this week, so I can take that and get started on that one. Lots of things to figure out. Man, it's actually kind of stressing me out, but we'll get there. I do have one more knitting whip that I worked on a little bit over vacation. Honestly, I worked on it a little bit yesterday when we were doing some car knitting, and I didn't want to pick up stitches for that neckband in the car. But it is in my Horse Feather Fiber Arts cow print bag, which you know I love. And inside we have some birthday suit on sunfish, undyed. And you've seen this already, my lemon cookies on sunfish. And I have 2 needles in here, but I have not even started a second sock yet, although it wouldn't be a bad idea for movie knitting tonight. But here is where we are with a sock. And I did this much on it last night when we were driving in the car. So I'm going to go ahead and move my progress keeper. And I have a lot of things to get to certain places. So I could do a toe today and get a toe cast on. I think that would be a good idea for a second one. And then I also could pick up an armhole and have an armhole for my tank cast on and ready. I think I'll do that. And then, today is Monday, so I have some time for movie knitting. And then sometime today or tomorrow, I'm going to pick up stitches for my sleeve on my E Street sweater. I think that would be a good idea. Okay, so lots of things to work on, and I just realized I have an extra day to do it. So that is great. But just a little bit of progress on these socks. I'm working these on US 1 Chiagus. These are not for me, so I am working a 64 stitch sock. Usually I do a 56 for myself. Has this cute little brownie from, I believe, Sucra Miniatures. And yeah, very fun. Toe up, I'm going to plan to use all of this yarn, which is why I'm working them toe up. So I will do them like concurrently. So I'll do this foot, the next foot, gusset, heel turn, leg, and then I'll get closer and closer, just doing a few rounds until I finish up all of that yarn. So that is really fun. And this has no timeline. This is sort of emergency portable. I have nothing else to work on. I just need to pick something up knitting. So having the other toe done will get it at a good place where I can have 2 socks to sort of mindlessly pick up regardless of what we're doing. If we're in the dark knitting, I could have straight knitting. If we're not in the dark, I could have my gusset and have something available no matter where we are. I will start with, now we have our spinning whips, and I have 2, and I have done a fair amount of spinning. I think Tour de Fleece, which started this past weekend, has kicked my butt into gear. It has gotten me excited and ready to spin. I'm not setting any concrete goals. I'm not on any team. I'm not counting anything. I just want to feel inspired to spin every day. And this past weekend, I decided to use that inspiration and work on my drop spindle spin, because this has been getting no love. And I want to get it done. Shocker, another pinky, peachy, purpley Spin, who am I? This is on my Kerry Cherry bobbin drop spindle, and this is my Grand Canyon colorway on Rambouillet fiber for my shop. Pink peppermint. I just realized something. But, okay, here is the braid. I split it in half, and this is what I have left. So, you know, chopping away at this. I would love to get this done in the next week. And then I have the other half of this braid. So we're not anywhere close to done here. But this is 4 ounces. I think it is. It just doesn't seem like that much fiber. I don't know. It is. It's 4 ounces. But I am working on this just like 15 minutes a day, and I'm really, really enjoying it and getting back to it. It's nice to have a little bit of motivation to do that. And last week, we got home on Thursday night, very late, like 2 a.m., so Friday morning, basically. So Friday, I had a few computer things to do, a few continuing ed classes to watch and take, and so I did a lot of spinning on my wheel while I did that. Part of that was plying this, and then plying this. And the other part was playing with some Rolags that I had gotten as samples from Hikari Handmade. And let me show you what it looks like. I've shown you the Rolags when I got them. I don't remember when that was. I'm going to loosen this because I am done working on it. Really fun. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I can just leave it on this bobbin and ply it with extras from something else, because there will be extras one day. Or I can practice my chain plying, which sounds less exciting, although I do want to practice chain plying. It means I probably have very little yardage, but again, I don't know what I'm doing with these minis that I have, so I don't know. We'll see what I'm going to do with this. I do potentially want to take this bobbin off of this wheel, which means either make a decision. I think I'd like to make a decision and either ply it or set it aside for like scrap plying at a later point and pick out fiber for my next spin. Otherwise, we know it's just gonna sit on my Hanson e-spinner for a long time, and then I'm not gonna touch it because we know that's what I do. So we'll see. And I have so much fiber. My fiber basket over there is just overflowing. And I would like to get something spinning up, although I also am enjoying my bobbin spindle. So we'll see. We'll see where things go, because like I said, I also have a lot of project plans, and my specific plans are to finish these armholes and get this blocked this week, by tomorrow maybe, so I can write up the pattern and get it into testing. These sleeves, I would like to pick up today or tomorrow and get them done by next week before we go on another vacation that we're going on. These socks, like I said, I'm not planning to finish. I would just like to get them prepped and ready. These will be something I probably take with me on vacation. Not as a main project, but just something in case I need some in-between knitting. And I think those would be the perfect project to take with me. So just a little bit of prep on that, getting a toe done. And then I do have my red berries right over there in my beautiful sister bag that I'm going to use to make a second sample of my Third Ave Tee. This is what I'm planning to bring with me for our trip, our travels. And I'm sure you never get that much knitting done. At least I don't ever get that much knitting done while I'm traveling. And this is not like necessarily a relaxing on the beach all day sort of traveling. And the flip side of that means we'll have lots of time in cars, in trains, in buses, in transportation where I will be doing knitting. So I'm a little nervous just to bring a second sample Third Ave Tee and a sock. So I might actually wind up some hand spun and bring it with me to work on a dress. Although that's a big project to take on vacation. Perhaps I will dye up the yarn I need for my second open back tank top. It's called a happy hour top. Happy hour top, I think is what we're going with because there's a tank and a long sleeve version. So maybe I'll dye up the yarn for that and bring that with me as a second project. But we'll see. Those are all of my project plans, all of the things I've been working on, and I have gotten something in the mail. So let's talk about acquisitions. Okay, I got this amazing package from my friend Liz at Little Owl Designs. And if you don't know, Liz does these adorable, adorable stitch markers and progress keepers where she turns like famous, not famous, but well-known patterns, her favorite like knitwear and crochet patterns into these little mini stitch markers. And I think it must have been sometime last year. She was like asking favorite patterns. What would you love to see a stitch marker of? And she is so amazing. It's so good. And she created, wow, this is so good, a stitch marker set of my seaside dress. So here's the dress, how adorable, with little slits and a seashell, like color block, for the 3 colors of the dress set. And I love it so much. It's so good. It's so beautiful. I don't know when she's going to have these available for sale, but she will at some point. And they're so cute. I don't know if anyone else will want them, but the work, the craftsmanship on these is so unreal. It's so beautiful. I just can't, I don't know. This is like such an honor. I'm so excited. I'm almost scared to use them because they're so beautiful, but it was the best little package I've gotten in a while. And yeah, Liz is amazing. And if you're not already following Little Owl Designs, please go do that now and follow her because she's awesome. Okay, let's talk just for a second about what's in the shop because there are a few things to remind you about. We have a bunch of things in the shop and some I'm honestly not that well prepared for because of our vacation. And it's just my fault. So it's fine. We'll make it work. We'll figure it out. The first thing, it is July. That means our Moana-inspired Island Girl Countdown has officially started. I'm going to start opening mine, and I am so excited about it. I do have one more 15-day countdown. In case anyone is feeling very sad and like they missed out, send me a message, send me an email, send me a DM, comment below, and I can get that out to you today, tomorrow, whenever you're seeing this and you send me an email, and you can start opening minis and joining in on the fun. It's been so cool. So today's the first, so I've seen folks open their first day already, and it's been so, so cool and so much fun to see, and I cannot wait to see what everybody thinks with the rest of the month. And I'm so curious to see projects and what people are going to make. I know a lot of folks are going to be making the Where You Are wrap from MC of Blame the Knots, and she designed this wrap with this countdown in mind. So there are 4 options: 15-day, 30-day, fingering, or DK weight. And it's a really fun like garter and then eyelet or texture motifs that are all very islandy, Moana inspired, and it's so cute and it has been so much fun. So I still have that 15-day countdown. It is also not too late. I'm not sure. Next week will likely be the last podcast where I talk about it. You can still get single day boxes and or skeins. Single skeins, any base, any quantity. Fiber is amazing, amazing. And everyone has been loving their single skeins, so you can still grab one if you want one. October Beetlejuice countdowns are still in the shop. People are still scooping them up, which is so amazing. I might honestly have to close those soon. Like, I don't know how much longer I'll be able to keep them open based on just the number of orders that we have and what I have time for. And so that is one thing. Another thing that is just finally in the shop, I can't believe it took me so long to get it listed, but our December Schitt's Creek countdown, year 4, season 4 is here and available in the shop. You can find lots of different options with number of days, with weights of yarn, and with fiber, along with a single day countdown and gifts in various configurations for all of those options. So I am so excited. It's been really fun. People have been loving our super shitty December countdown boxes for the last 3 years, and I'm excited to see what y'all do with this 4th year. I'm making a blanket with all of mine. I'm keeping one from every year, and whoa, the light. And I don't know what other folks are doing with theirs, but I definitely know there are people who have gotten them from the beginning. So if you're doing something with yours, please tag me and let me know, or comment below, or send me pictures, or any of the things. And if you're not, but you need inspiration, and there are other folks who think they have good ideas for mini skeins over multiple years, or projects that they'd like to see other people make, feel free to drop them below and share the inspiration with everyone. We also have our July clubs, and they are available. So by the time you see this, they are available. However, they're not dyed yet. So I do not have them dyed, which means I don't have them here. And I don't have photos yet to show and share with you. However, I can share the 2 options. And it is the 3rd quarter. We're heading into the 3rd quarter. So there are 2 new clubs we're doing, 2 new themes, and I am very excited about it. One is Schitt's Creek, because you know we love Schitt's Creek, and we have to have a few monthly clubs in here. And the other is a brand new for the shop, and it is New Girl. And I love New Girl. It was so hard actually to pick moments for these colorways, but I'm really, really excited about them, so I can see if I can show them to you. So the first one we have for July is 12 Things, and it is a Schitt's Creek colorway. Can you see it? Oh, I turned off my thing. It is obviously when Johnny asks Alexa to get him 12 pints of raw milk, and she gets him 12 sixtels basically, and it is like hundreds of dollars worth of raw milk that they then need to sell on black market. And it is very funny, and I'm very excited for that colorway. We also have our first New Girl colorway, and it is I'm Not a Successful Adult, and inspired by Nick, who we love. So it's like these blues, these peaches, these icy blues, and I think it is perfect for summer, and I think both of these colorways together are gonna be super sharp. I also, when I was doing that, have planned the rest of the year's palettes, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited with the inspiration, with the color palettes. I just want to dye all of them. I don't think I will, but I want to, so we'll see. But you can head to the website and see photos of yarn for all of those by the time this video drops. And I am so excited to see what you think of them. Is that all of the yarn that's in the shop? For sure. We also still have some porcelain progress keepers from Wendy of Very Warm Stripes. We have just a few, I think maybe 2 or 3 bags from Coven Collective that are available. And we have some really fun accessories that are coming to the shop from someone very close to me who made the most adorable earrings, progress keepers, and hair clips. So keep an eye out, and they may or may not be in the shop already. If they're not in the shop already, they will be soon, and I will have them soon to take pictures and show them on video. But they're so good. I have pictures already. They're so good. Okay, so that is it for what's in the shop. Let's just talk for a second about life stuff. I have spoken about several life things already throughout this episode, so I don't know how much more I will go into depth with any of them, but we just got back from a vacation with a nitty couple. So Michael and I went on vacation with our friends Natalie and Kent of Nitty Natty and her husband Kent, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun. We were in Antigua. The resort was amazing. It was so chill. It was really fun to be with another couple every day. We were like playing games before dinner and after dinner and just hanging out. I didn't get as much knitting done as I thought I would on the trip. Honestly, most of my knitting got done on the planes, but I did a lot of reading, a lot of relaxing, a lot of hanging out. We got a lot of sun. It was very warm with lots of suntan lotion. We also got burned and I broke my toe. So we were playing beach volleyball. Michael and I played beach volleyball almost every day. And I don't know what I did, if I jammed it, and then I kept playing on it, and it was broken. If anyone has broken a toe, you know what it looks like and what it feels like, and I somehow broke my toe. But it was still lots of fun. After that, we did a lot less active things. But before that, we were paddleboarding, we were sailing, we were playing beach volleyball, and mostly relaxing, and it was so amazing. We got home really late on Thursday night, and Michael does not yet have global entry, or he did not, I should say. He does now. So we had to wait really long on a customs line to get through customs at JFK. And then there was traffic to get back to New Jersey. It took about an hour and a half, an hour at customs. It was midnight by the time we got back to New Jersey, and our plan was to drive to PA. We landed at 9:30. Was to drive back to PA that night because Michael had work and an appointment early the next morning. So we were sort of wrestling with, should we just go to bed, wake up really early, and then drive in the morning? Or should we go now? Michael was wired. He was awake. He was like, let's go now. I was not. So we ended up getting home at like 2 a.m. We were exhausted. There had been really bad storms while we were away. So luckily our house is okay, but the town, there were like lots of downed power lines and trees. So even trying to get to our house at 2 a.m, we had to take like several alternative routes and almost didn't make it. And I wanted to give up, but it was so late. We were so tired. And it seems like things are finally clearing up now. We ended up going to hang out with family in New Jersey for the last 2 days. And now we are back in Pennsylvania for this week, although it's a short week because it is the 4th of July here in the U.S. So we will be heading out again this week to do some knitting, relaxing, hanging out before we come back to PA next week for the beginning of the week, and then are again traveling in the middle of next week. There is so much traveling and so much time that I will not be home that this is really requiring, especially now that I'm my boss and I'm realizing that if I'm not working, things don't get done, which means yarn doesn't sell and reports don't write themselves and packages don't get sent out and things don't get posted to Instagram. So I'm really going to take this week and next week to be intentional, to do a lot of prep ahead of time, to get things scheduled, to get things set up so that work is still going even while I'm traveling. And I think that will help. It just requires a little bit of forethought and a little bit of planning, but I sat down and did some of that this morning. So now I just need to execute it and get it into action, and I will feel a lot better. Reading, I read some books. They were like Amazon Kindle first reads or first, the free books you get every month. And it was called Find Me, and then Tell Me is the second one. and I'm like 80% through. Tell me I'm at the end. They're okay. They were affordable. The first one was free, and it was what I needed on my beach vacation. I would read some of the descriptions and trigger warnings, however, before you decide to jump into these. We have also started House of the Dragon. We only watched 2 episodes, 1 episode, I believe, and we have 2 to watch tonight, so we're going to do that. The Bear has also started, but I don't think we're going to start that before we do all our traveling. I think maybe we'll watch House of the Dragon. We still need to finish Killers of the Flower Moon, so I think those will be our main focus, and then we'll see where we get from there. Before vacation, we saw Inside Out 2. Did I talk about that on here? I don't know if we did. It was amazing. Amazing. It was so good. I was just so impressed. I'm so impressed with Disney and Pixar. Is it Pixar? And the writing and the thought behind the movies and everything that goes into it. They're so good. Tonight, we are going to see A Quiet Place Day 1. Day 0? Day 1, I think. Which I am also very excited about. I love A Quiet Place. I love John Krasinski. So I am really looking forward to the movie tomorrow. Did I say today? It's tomorrow. I'm all confused on my days. Anyway, that is what we have going on. I hope if you have a long weekend, you are enjoying yourselves. And if you're watching this at the beginning of your long weekend, you have lots of relaxation and knitting and making ahead of you. And if you're watching this at the end, I hope it has been everything you wanted it to be. I hope I come back to you next week with a lot of progress on these projects. Maybe some things finished, some things almost finished, some more things started. And I hope that nothing I have looks like it does now the next time we chat. So until then, take care of each other. Talk soon. Bye.